Hello everybody, I'm Chris Olds. This is Reed Kasaoka of the Baseball Card Exchange, and we're here with yet another Rip and Retail Retro with Reed video. This week's 1989 Upper Deck Low Number, a landmark release in the hobby. Not real expensive because they made plenty, just like everything else in 1989, but give you the lowdown on what the story here is with this for what we'll find. I'll let him do all the hard work.
Well, 1989 Upper Deck changed the rules. They made a card product that was so much better than everything else out there. Mm-hmm. Everything from the card stock to the photography and to the what you don't even think about now is that every card has a tamper-proof hologram on it,
right,
which is really important for counterfeiting purposes.
And no wax seals.
Exactly. They use a foil pack. There are little holograms of the team logos inside each pack. It's everything about it was different. These particular boxes don't come wrapped. This is added after the fact. Rookies, obviously, they put Griffey card number 1.
Who's that guy?
And what a gamble, because that just solidified their place as the premier set. There's also Randy Johnson, John Smoltz.
I'm hoping that's a bonus pack, but it might have just fell out of
shuffle
place.
around. Yeah. Now there is also a high number version of this product as well too, and you'll notice that the high number version is a little different. For example, the wrapper here, it'll say the high series available, and on the box as well too. Instead of
photos will be different.
Instead of saying new, I guess the photos are different.
I think so. I'm not totally sure because it's been a while since I've ripped through them, a couple years at least.
But I know the new stripe will be replaced with now includes high series.
Yeah. The cool part about these 3U guys, only at $70 a box.
Exactly.
It's pretty crazy.
You know, now that Griffey's retired, and even more so because Griffey had been hurt past couple of years, prices come down considerably. Yeah. When Griffey peaked, right before he went to the Reds, this was like a
$100 card.
This is like a $300 box.
Yeah.
So prices do fluctuate on cards. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good.
I'm ripping. That's all I got. I'm ripping.
The one thing you're gonna know about this too is that Upper Deck doesn't really have collation. Mm-hmm. It is truly random, especially for this year. And in later years, it did change.
What I'm going to do here first is actually get all my cards right side up. Then I'm going to cherry pick the best ones and show them to you. Because clearly we can't show every card in this monstrosity of a box. 36 packs, what is it, 20 cards per pack?
It's 15.
15?
Yeah.
It's a lot of cards to go through, but this one was quite cool at the beginning of the Upper Deck years. The Nolan Ryan triple exposure shot, which is something they were very well known for. Several players had exposure photos.
They also had the team leader cards, or the checklist cards that feature artwork.
Vernon Wells of Arlington, Texas, I think, or at least somewhere around Dallas now.
And you know what? At 15 years old, I thought this was the coolest thing.
Yeah,
Those hologram stickers. Holograms that actually worked when they moved from side to side.
I should shed a tear because this first pack was pretty mean to me. As an Oakland fan in 1988, the last thing I would have wanted to see in 89 were a pair of Kirk Gibson cards. The home run, I just need to clench a fist and utter some obscenities.
And this is the hologram we're talking about on the back of every card.
There you go, exactly. So obviously the Griffey is the big one here. I'm going to personally call my shot. Somewhere in this box we're going to have a pack with 2 Griffey rookie cards in it.
Okay.
Because there were collation where you'd have packs with the same card back to back. So why not get a Griffey? That'd be fun, right?
With 540 cards in this box and 700 cards in the low number set, once again, you won't be able to find a Griffey in every box. And the way collation
ruined
works,
it for me.
The way with collation works too, it's tough. But having been around and collecting back in the 89, there have been boxes with 5 or 6 Griffey rookies, so it does exist. Yeah.
How about Wallace Keith Joyner, huh? Back in the day when you knew your rental names from other of the brands. Here's a rookie. You might know his name from his son having cards this year, Dante Bichette. And how about my third and best card in that pack, a Cal Ripken Jr. I got shorted on a holographic sticker. I'm a little disappointed. This is a cool rookie card right here. It's not Griffey, but it's Randy Johnson, who will probably end up being the first Hall of Famer with an Upper Deck rookie card. Because I'm trying to think. I don't think we had this discussion. I think that the first rated rookie to make the Hall of Fame was Roberto Alomar. I don't think any 89 rookies are in just yet.
Oh.
There's lots of conspiracies or chatter that the Griffey could be sequenced out, which may or may not hold up. Is there anything you guys do when you purchase to, like with vending cases, you only buy sealed vending cases. Is there anything you guys do when buying this kind of stuff, or do you just kind of let it ride?
Well, with 89 Upper Deck, you really can't tell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it doesn't hold up
the
consistently.
The sequence that may have run true with the early runs of Upper Deck. First of all, you can't tell whether or not your box is one of the early runs.
Correct.
So
right.
if it can be sequenced out, I highly doubt over 20
Well,
years.
and at this point now, there's still plenty of wax out there,
Exactly.
so where there's not a lot of incentive to do that anyway.
Yeah.
Because the people who have the wax are probably sitting on quite a bit of it too.
When you talk about hoarding of 89 Upper Deck, whether it be boxes or cases or factory sets, it is out there. Mm-hmm. We have bought deals where owner had several cases.
Really, that's cool. Yeah, and actually, I was on your guys' site. A case isn't all that expensive, like $1,500 a case, something like that, for like 20 boxes.
Exactly.
To keep my Oakland A's misery going, yet again, another Kirk Gibson card. Jeez.
Shout out to my friends back in Hawaii. There's the Glenn Braggs.
There you go. It's a correction. But the error card on him is there's that position base is empty. Here's a cool card, Cal Ripken. Here's a common with a crazy life story. Go Google Frank Williams. Look him up. He had a rough time after leaving baseball. Wade Boggs. I brought the room down with that one. It was like my dropping a Gary Carter reference a week after he died. We pulled him out of the pack. And
That's a cool McGuire card.
Yeah, great photo.
I like that pose.
I've seen that card signed, and it's very nice. No Griffey yet, but I'm calling it. It's coming. We're going to get 2 in 1 pack.
Got a lot of checklists.
Do you? I bought a high series box that had a Todd Zeal in almost every pack.
Ooh.
So the collation could be all over the place.
Todd Zeal in every pack would have been great in 89.
I know. That would have been a monster to keep my Oakland A's misery going some more. How about an Oral Hershiser? Ugh. Killing me. I did pull a Dennis Eckersley. I just didn't mention it.
Wade Bice, because he was a major league player and had ties to Major League Baseball.
Right.
He was instrumental in the Upper Deck getting the license to produce cards.
And his promo cards from 88-ish can be pretty expensive. There's like 3 or 4 different promos.
Right.
I've got one at home. I don't remember which version. Fred McGriff.
I'm pretty sure Dwayne Bice, off of his stake in Upper Deck, made like
Probably more than he ever made as a player.
I think like 10 times as much.
Really? Another Oral Hershiser.
I've yet to get a star rookie.
I planned it that way. Yeah. I knew there wasn't any in this pack. Whew, a Davis painting and a Nolan Ryan painting. The third one of those is pretty good.
You may not know Tommy John the player, but you know him from surgery.
Oh, yeah. My arm hurts just seeing that card. Oh, yeah, here we go. Jose Canseco. I wonder where that painting is at. I could use that. Ooh, Kirby Puckett. Ooh, Barry Bonds. Now, back in 89, there were some initially, I don't know if it held up longer term, but there were some problems with the machinery.
I wouldn't say it's heavier, but it's definitely a dense type of cardboard. And it's hard to explain, but if you think about over 10,000 cards in a case, and part of my job for a living is to buy stuff like that. I lift cases of stuff all the time.
Stuff.
Upper Deck cases, I don't like them. They're heavy. They're dense.
Yeah, I remember I had some 5,000 counts when I was a kid, and the Upper Deck ones were always miserably heavier.
Exactly. Just a fraction of an ounce heavier per card over 10,000 cards can add on to a lot.
It can. So we didn't get a Griffey in this one, so that means your next one is probably got
the odds just got a little bit better.
Exactly. So this was yet another Rip and Retail Retro. I'm Chris Olds. This is Reed Kasaoka. We'll see you next time.